Amanda, I've now seen you kind of profess love in a big, showy, ABBA-driven movie, and now I've seen you profess love in a very kind of stripped-down, raw fashion. Which one is more challenging for you, would you say?
For many reasons, both. What's more challenging? I think this was more challenging because half the time I was shooting Les Mis, I was listening to my voice instead of living in the moment. And that was really hard to shed that insecurity.
How did you work with Tom to be able to do that?
God, we just overanalyzed. I mean, we took parts of the book that aren't in the musical to help it flow more freely from scene to scene, because there's not much of Cosette, but she's really important. And in the little time that I had to explain Cosette and to give the audience a reason, I mean, to make her worthy of all this love that she's receiving, and all this to be a symbol of love and strength and light in this tragedy. I needed to convey certain things that maybe you didn't feel you connected to in the show. I mean, in the show she seems a bit more childish and maybe almost not very interesting. And Tom and I decided that we needed to find ways to make her interesting, because she's a loving, gentle, delicate, pristine, strong woman. And you need to
a lot of love.
She really is, and I aspire to be like Cosette, but we didn't have a lot of time to convey that, and so we had to we make certain choices. And with all that in mind, I still had all these technical things that I needed to be aware of as well in order to produce the right sound.
Well, what was that experience like, having to stay on track but stay in character too? I mean, was that a difficult process, like singing along?
It was frustrating at times.
It's not like karaoke, I imagine.
No. It's really hard. But the other side of that is that I've been able to experience another level of emotion, because there's music in my ear and I'm literally singing my feelings as opposed to just speaking. Like, dialogue doesn't resonate as deeply as singing does, but we don't sing to each other every day, and they do, and so I think it puts the audience on another plane as well, and they're able to feel more deeply as well, and I think that's part of the phenomenon of Les Mis.
You mentioned making Cosette more of a human character because she gets maybe a little slighted in the show. How have you met people with as much love as Cosette who are real, like realistic?
Hugh Jackman?
Really, the man is full of love.
And also Anne Hathaway's. Eddie, I mean, yeah, it's amazing to be on set with these people that are these characters in some way, shape, or form. Actually took a bunch of things from Annie's portrayal of Fantine and kind of infused them a little bit in Cosette, because you kind of want to recognize her when she's older, and you want to have a piece of Fantine in there. I hope that came across, but they're amazing people. They don't judge, and they're willing to love unconditionally, and I think it's beautiful capability, and it's kind of sad that this movie's already out, coming out.
Sequel, you never know, maybe.
Well, Victor Hugo, you better work on that. Oh, is he dead?
Oh,
yeah.